In this video, we will explain the concept of the intake form, its function, and how to use it. Basically, the intake form is accessed through a button that exists on the Unified Medical File page of the patient, and it is the UMF tool to capture information generated in non-member healthcare facilities. In order to access the intake form, we do that from the main patient page, and we click the correspondent button, intake form, to see the actual input data form. Now, in this form, we notice that there are two sections, the upper and lower. In the upper part, we can enter the current medications of the patient that he's using, and we see the grayed out advance directive, which should be basically used by the patient himself. Please note that this form purpose is to capture information generated during intervals where the patient was visiting other facilities that are not part of the Unified Medical File community. When we enter any new information, the information will remain in the form so that other colleagues will be able to see what we have added, and they avoid adding it a second time when mentioned by the patient. The categories that we have in this input form are various, and they include allergies, lifelong illnesses, diseases, operations, procedures, devices, travel history, functional impairment, etc. Now, when we add any one of these, such as an allergy to penicillin, we see that immediately the system will provide the SNOMED code, and we have only to enter the duration in years, and we click add, and the new allergy will appear. Now, this will only be integrated in the system if we enter our PIN and we save the data. Now, in this case, we have entered penicillin, and here we see that there is allergy to penicillin that we have added, and also that there was the previous allergy to detergents that was entered by another colleague. When we are dealing with the intake form, we sometimes have to do some extra work. This is, for example, when we are adding a procedure. And in this case, the system will not accept to add the procedure if we do not provide the SNOMED code. See, here the system is forcing us to find the SNOMED code. The shortest way to do this, and the easiest way, is to go to a search engine, find the SNOMED code of the procedure, and paste it in this field. Example is searching it in a Google search engine. And here we will have the SNOMED code. We copy it, and we paste it in the expecting field. We click the add button, and here we have our hernia. Once we enter our PIN code and save this, this operation has been added to the patient's list of operations, and we can verify that by checking the International Patient Summary file. If we expand everything to see, we see here that we have a clinic visit, a vein closure, and appendectomy, and we do not see our operation. If we sync the data, we should supposedly see our hernia operation now appearing among the other listed operations. And here we go. Now we see our hernia listed with the operations ordered in date, descending. This is what we need to know about the intake form. It integrates all the information that has been generated from encounters and activities outside the Unified Medical File subscription.